Hey everybody, welcome to JoJo's Kitchen. Today we got a live studio audience. We're gonna be doing today my recipe for rice. I call it anything fried rice. Alright, so let's get in and get down to this. I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who watched the first video, for everyone who shared it, liked it, and to all my subscribers, guys, get ready for so much more. Alright, for this recipe we're going to have, for our fresh ingredients, we're going to have carrots, scallions, an egg, fresh garlic, and for the seasonings we're going to have sesame oil, soy sauce, and chili paste. Alright guys, now pro tip number 1 for this week is a continuation of last week's. We said always use a sharp knife. And if you don't have a sharp knife, the pro tip is use the bottom of any porcelain like a ramekin or a porcelain cup. Draw your knife across it a couple times and the fine porcelain is going to sharpen that knife really nicely in a pinch. Alright, now pro tip number 2, always let your pan preheat and come up to temperature before you ever put anything into it. That ensures that everything starts cooking fast and evenly. Get your minced garlic and add it to your soy sauce. That gives it some time for that soy sauce and that garlic to melt and blend together, and it infuses it with all that garlicky flavor. And you're gonna need that later. And you want to clip these tips right here. And from there, you're gonna plant your knife, get a good grip on your onions, and just do a rocking motion with your knife. Let the knife do all the work and carry through, just like that. Okay. Guys, for this carrot, we're going to do something called a matchstick cut. So we'll start by cutting it into the desired length, and from there, we're going to plant the knife straight down and follow through. Flip it over, and then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Once it's been portioned out and cut in half, you have a nice flat surface to work with here, and that's what you want. So you're going to grab the first one, and you're going to, again, good grip on your veggie. You plant your knife, your knife doesn't move around a lot, and you just rock up and down, and you get nice, even strips, just like that. Listo? Yeah. And that's all for the prep, guys, really. The beauty of the anything fried rice is you can put anything on top. Once you have this base, the sky's the limit with where you want to go with this, alright? So let's move on over here to the stove and get this started. Now, while we're waiting for our pan to come to temperature, like the pro tip said, we're going to have a little word on oils. Know the difference between a cooking oil and a dressing oil. Your dressing oils always go on to finish a dish. There are things that don't cook very well, like a sesame oil or an extra virgin olive oil. But for frying and cooking, you want something nice that has a high smoke temperature. Something like a peanut oil, soybean oil, or a canola oil works best. Like we've said before, once everything's at temperature, we're going to start going and we're going to move fast. So once it's at temp, let's get started. We're going to add the oil and begin with the carrots because that takes the longest time. Let these cook evenly, and that's what we're going to get started with. Now once our veggies have sauteed and begin to soften and turn color a little bit, we're going to add our white rice, alright? So we're going to add this in and break it up and get it incorporated. And now that we've incorporated our rice with our carrots, we are going to season with a light drizzle of soy sauce that's been infused with our garlic and mix. Alright, now that it's all cooking together, you're going to let the rice toast, but you're going to create a well in the middle. And this is where our egg is going to go for this fried rice. So we have our well, the temperature is on that medium low. Crack your egg on the side and let it in the middle. And that's where it's going to fry and cook and incorporate into our fried rice. Alright, now while this is cooking, you're going to stir occasionally so that the egg doesn't stick to the bottom. Don't worry too much about the rice because the oil that we added in the beginning is going to keep that from sticking too much. And plus, you want a little bit of that crispy texture on the fried rice. They don't call it fried rice for nothing, right guys? Now that we're in the finishing stages of the fried rice, the egg's been incorporated, everything's cooking well together, you add your final ingredients. I'm going to do a little chili paste because I like it spicy, and just a drizzle very, very light drizzle of the sesame oil. And that's all it takes. Alright everybody, and before we go to our final plating, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. And if you help me out, I'm going to need you to hit the subscribe button down here, like the video, and share it with everybody you know. This is only possible by you guys' support. So, on to the final plating. Like I've said before guys, the beauty of the anything fried rice is you can top it with anything, like this peppered salmon, which is going to be another video, so stay tuned. We top it, a little green onion, and bon appetit guys. I want to give a huge shout out to my live studio audience. Thank you so much guys. Stay tuned for the next video, and you've been cooking with JoJo!